What is up, everyone? Welcome. All right, this week we're doing a tier list, and it's on probably the best topic we've done so far. All right, so we've had some good ones around opening, AA. We had some text game, best lines to use, and David revealed some of his best performing lines for you guys. But this week, okay, we're covering our specialty, which is going to be sexual tension. I've noticed, look, I try to stay out of fucking content from other coaches and watching what they say and all that bullshit. I did that for a while and it drove me crazy. But I've noticed there's a lot of guys putting out some sexual tension videos. And I thought, what a good time to be able to go through and actually rank the advice that gets given either from other coaches or from women or your wings or whatever the bullshit it is. So we'll go through and we will rate for you guys from S to D about what are the actual techniques that help to build sexual tension. And we'll go into ones that are specific to us that you've probably never fucking heard before that we've found actually get the girls incredibly turned on. It's not some like touch her on the elbow or some shit and then maybe touch her on the shoulder and look, I'm building some set. Fuck that. Okay, we're gonna show you how to actually be masculine, dominant, show a level of sexual authority where this girl is like, you know what, motherfucker, this guy knows how to fuck. This guy knows what's up. Okay. Now, that being said, we're missing someone today. Okay. David Swift has chosen a woman over you guys. Okay, let that sink in for a second. All right. He cares about pussy more than he cares about you guys, the community, the people that matter. But not me, okay? I'm here doing a tier list for you boys. Nah, but in all seriousness, Swift is running a little bit late. He'll be here in about 10 minutes. So I feel bad starting without him. I feel like we should wait. So in that meantime, there's a couple of guys joining now. Does anyone have any questions they want to ask me? It can be unrelated to sexual tension or ideally related, but let me know. If not, I might just do a quick introduction on why sexual tension is important and what to look for before we jump into before we jump in. So let me know if you have any questions. Alrighty, so let's start with why sexual tension is important. This is what I would describe as the biggest emotion to implement and also as the biggest value trigger, right? So if you're talking about a male-female dynamic and we put ourselves in the girl's mind for a second, okay, she doesn't want to feel comfortable and safe. This is the big mistake guys make from a mindset point of view. She doesn't want to go on a date, get home from that date, message her friend or call her friend. They're on the phone. She's sitting there in her pajamas. She's like, oh my God, how was your date, Sarah? And Sarah's like, oh, it was great. I've never felt so calm, comfortable, relaxed, and at ease in my entire life. Like, no girl ever says that, okay? What they say is when it's an amazing date is, I felt butterflies. I'm not sure. Should I send him a message? Should I wait? I'm not sure if he wants to see me again. I don't know what's going on. Having that mystery, uncertainty, it's called tension. Tension typically isn't a relaxing, nice, calm feeling, okay? It's excitement. It's on the edge a little bit. That's the emotion that we want to create with a goal, okay? So we need to think about strategy and ways to do that. The other thing is when it comes to value is let's not try compete with other men with metrics that are impossible for us to beat them on. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're listening to this live stream or the recording and you're a billionaire, perfect. You know what? Compete with money. All right. You can lead with success in life. You can say like, hey, you know what? My yacht's a bit bigger than everyone else on the street. Okay. Go for it. Fine. If you are a handsome Chad, 10-foot tall, 26-pack motherfucker, awesome. Compete on looks, right? Jump on Tinder, take a photo of your six-pack, go on there. You're going to do pretty well. Okay, there's obviously some behaviors that you can improve, all that bullshit, but you're going to do pretty well. But if you're an average looking guy, okay, try and improve your looks a little bit, sure. If you got a decent job, sure, try and earn a bit more money or have a bit more financial freedom, sure. But like, let's not compete with other guys on those metrics, okay? I'm not going out into the world and then complaining that like, man, all these other guys are better looking than me or some bullshit. Don't compete with a metric that you can be the top 1% on. And creating sexual tension is going to be one of those things. If you can show a woman that I can lead you through this interaction, I can make you feel these emotions, I can, let's say it, give her pleasure and fuck her in a way that no other guy can, and that's really easy to learn, then let's compete on that, right? And not only are we competing on it because it's easy for you to achieve and it's easy for you to separate yourself from other guys, but hey, guess what? Right? That's what girls are craving. It's what they're missing. If you speak to any girl and you say, what are you missing when it comes to men? Sure, some might be like, they're not nice enough or some shit. Or maybe you go to the Miami streets and they say, they don't earn 200K or some bullshit. Fine. But like, if you actually get to the root cause and you actually speak to women, or you go on female forums and you look at that shit where they're being honest, 90% of the time, women are going to say, men are too soft. They don't understand me, or they're just horrible in bed, right? These are going to be the three biggest things. Sure, if you look at some Miami podcast or something with an OnlyFans girl, she might tell you that guys aren't earning enough money or they're not 7 foot enough. But that's in the real world what's going on. So being able to implement these strategies is going to be really powerful. Alrighty, boys. That's enough with the intros. Let's jump into it. Why is my head so big and this so small? Hang on. Hey, there we go. There we go. My man. Alrighty. Cool. So let's start with kino escalation. Anyone that's familiar with the mystery method, this is where you basically have a very platonic conversation, okay? You chat to the girl as if you're friends, and then the way you build up this like fucking sexual tension, the way you show you're dominant, the way you show you're a fucking man, do you know how you do it? You poke her in the elbow, all right? That's what kino escalation is about. Now, I understand the principle behind this, where you don't want to enter an interaction and then try and make out with a girl, right? Like, you need to use what we would call compliance looping or compliance ladder, where, yeah, you slowly build up and amp up what you're doing here. Now, the problem is whenever kino escalation is taught, it's only taught really about physical escalation, and they try to make it out that the girl is like some type of scared dog that you should like sit down and get close to, maybe feed it some food, maybe get a bit closer, and maybe you can pat it or some shit. Listen, you're not trying to fuck the dog, okay? And the girl isn't scared and is like traumatized and is trying to be okay with your presence. These are two very different things with different mechanisms, and it doesn't work. You can't have a girl that isn't attracted to you and then you just slowly just progressively touch her, and now she's like, okay, well, you last touched my shoulder, so I'm going to be okay with you grabbing my back, and I'm going to be okay with you making out with me. It doesn't work that way. Anyone that tries to do this is relying on having some level of attraction first. And then when you have some level of attraction, sure, you should slowly move things forward. But the type of sexual tension that I want to create is have that be your value. Instead of thinking, oh, this girl's attracted to me, so I'll try and make out with her now. What you should be thinking is, how can I create sexual tension so that she's actually into me? How can I show her that I'm a dominant masculine man? How can I show her that I'm good in bed? How can I show her that I understand her? So now, actually, do you know what? She wants to fuck me as opposed to the other way around. So kino escalation, I'd say this is like C tier. It's okay, but it usually just comes off as a little bit too robotic. You're thinking about it way too much. And I can feel a bit pushy and needy still, even though you're slowly ramping it up. By the way, we should probably rank these in terms of. I had some examples written down here for you guys. Let me find my document. Okay, so I think I had this as creates real desire. Strong tension. Works if calibrated. Then I'll say weak or perhaps situational. And D kills attraction. All right. Let me know how those sound. Any other suggestions? We can mix those up a bit. All righty. Next is going to be leading. So this is obviously really powerful. I think this is great. Anytime you can tell a girl you go on a date and you say, hey, come sit over here. Hey, what do you want to drink? I'll go order. If you can lead in the interaction, you can lead in the bedroom. You're going to build sexual value here and a little bit of tension. So I would say strong tension mechanism here. Chase reversal. Okay, so when I think about the principles of sexual escalation, sexual tension, sexual value, is this is going to be a big part of it, is that every single time that you escalate on her, it needs to be framed that you're selective, you're non-needy, and you want to frame her as that she's the aggressor. Now, I've put these next to each other because they work together even though they kind of seem contradictory. Because you might ask, like, how do I lead and then or kind of frame her as leading or the aggressor? The way you do it is you have to lead because she's being so aggressive. So a way to do this is my favorite 2 words is stop it, right? It works so incredibly well. It's so simple. Stop it. So all you have to do is if things are moving forward, you got the girl in front of you, you're standing close, she's gazing into your eyes, you do the triangle gaze down to her lips, back up to her eyes, you move in a little bit close, you start making out with this girl, okay? Now, you led all that, right? You moved in, you moved her hair out of the way, you came in, you started making out with her, you pull back the minute she's engaging, and you say, and don't be like, oh my God, stop it. Oh, this is weird. Like, make it flirtatious, obviously, right? You look at her and you say, stop it. Shake your head, a little bit of a smirk. She's like, what? You're like, you know fucking what? Okay, stop. And she's like, and girls like it. Girls like when you have that moment where you're like, listen, I can't handle this right now. This is too much, or you need to slow down, or you're being too naughty. Girls, they like that DS dynamic. They like getting into that character a little bit. They're like, stop what? Stop. And now they start actually being aggressive. They start actually moving forward. And I don't want to give away too many things, but you can add some punishment in here. Like, hey, be a good girl. But stop it is so helpful. So anytime you escalate, the minute, even if you want to do it before she pulls back, but if you know she's pulling back a little bit, stop it, right? Other ways is look what you're fucking doing to me. Behave could be another thing to put in there. Swift used to, hopefully he jumps on so he can explain this. He used to run this routine where he told the girl, like, hey, you need to fucking stop doing that. So the girl is like grinding up on him or, making out for a little bit. He's like, you need to fucking stop right now. The girl's like, what? He's like, you're making me hard. Okay, hey, stand in front of me, cover this shit. And the girls eat that up. They love the fact that they're turning you on, and maybe like other people are going to see you, you're going to expose yourself. So and so he'd have this whole routine about like, whatever you do, don't grab my fucking dick right now. It's going to make it worse. And then the girl starts grabbing his dick. And so chase reversal is powerful. Stop it. I would put this in creates real desire, or at least like his S tier when it comes to these strategies. Welcome, Rothschild. Stop it. Yeah, 100%. Slow eye contact. It's a weird way to frame it. Slow eye contact. Maybe more eye contact or longer eye contact. I don't know how you have like, do you slowly bring up your gaze? But you know what I mean here. Holding more eye contact. This is really powerful. Guys break tension so much in interactions without realizing it. The minute they feel tension, they will break it. So the important part is being able to hold it. And a part of being able to hold it is terms of eye contact is one of the first things that will break without you even realizing it. It's even worse if you break it down. It looks shy or shameful. If you're going to break it, at least like break it to the side a little bit. But hold it. Hold that motherfucker, okay? The more eye contact you create, the better. The more you can make the girl squirm, make her look down, make her feel submissive. This is really strong. Intentional pauses. This, again, goes into the whole idea of building strong tension. It might not be as strong as eye contact. So, I mean, I'll maybe put it in B. We can upgrade that later depending on how the rest of the tier list goes. But intentional pauses are really nice. You can be having a conversation. It could be something, even if it's platonic, it could be something like, so, yeah, like, what do you do for work? Or you just hold a bit more eye contact. You have the intentional pause. She's like, what? You're like, okay, so what I do? And it just builds up that excitement. Hand slap. Holy fuck, I love this. This I don't teach so much, but I will reveal it to you guys right now. So hand slap I think is really cool. This suits my personality because I'm a little bit sarcastic in the beginning of my sets. So it's a nice way to bring it from playful to a little bit more serious and sexual, which a lot of people have problems making that transition. I will find an excuse to punish the girl. So maybe she loves Taylor Swift and I don't like Taylor Swift. Maybe she makes fun of my clothing, hat, whatever it is. Oftentimes I'm going to be creating like a disagreeable antagonistic frame within the interaction. So I'm going to spark a lot of this, right? The girl's going to try to poke back. And when she pokes back, I'll be like, hey, give me your hand, right? Again, a little bit of a smirk. I grab her hand and I spank it, I slap it. I grab it, I'm like, behave. I can't tell you, girls love this. Again, it goes into that whole like dom sub dynamic and they get a little bit punished. And again, really important that this is flirtatious, okay? If you're like robotic engineer mode and you pick up your hand and you're like, don't do that, like it's just gonna feel really, really weird. So yeah, stop it. And then I sometimes even take this a bit further. She's like, what? Da, da, da. I'm like, you have to behave, otherwise I'm going to put you in the corner. And yeah, dude, girls eat this shit up. It's because, again, what are you signaling to her right now? You're signaling to her that if she has sex with you, then there is going to be this dynamic where you're in charge, you're leading, you're punishing her. She can be a good girl. She can get rewarded. This is a big fantasy and turn on for most girls. So all it takes is that little bit of a spank. Works really well. Hand slap, I would say, fuck. I want to put this in S tier, but I'm a little bit biased, so we'll keep it for A. We'll see if we change it later. You been on a crazy run lately? My man. Question. What do you do in isolation with the girl after you isolate girl for the first time before you bring her back to her friends? Oh, what do you do in isolate? Yeah, awesome. I love that you ask before you bring her back to her friends. This is sick. So I always think about isolation in stages. One, I want to micro-isolate. If the girl's in a group of 4 or some shit, the way I micro-isolate is the conversation starts with a group and I'm usually ignoring my girl a little bit more, giving you a bit more shit. Then I let her earn a little bit more attention. And then eventually I just shift my body over to her a bit more. And then I lower my voice and I just start having the conversation with her. And it's a really natural thing that just happens in all groups. You'll notice this within your own friends where he's Swifty. What's up, Swift?
Yo.
Yo.
Sorry for being late. I was just kind of edging you a little bit.
That's okay. It's okay. Listen, I'm almost there. All right. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
We are talking about sexual tension, our specialty.
I like this.
Yeah. And I was just answering a question on isolation. I'll just quickly finish that and we'll keep going. So, yeah, there's a natural thing that happens. If you start talking to one of the girls, the rest of their friends are going to chat between themselves. And then when you say, hey, guys, we're just going to grab a quick drink. We'll be right back. That will be right back gives you a lot of compliance. The girls will be like, go have fun. Go do your thing, as long as you're not stealing our friend forever. And so when you go grab that drink, this is the time, take advantage of the time that you have with her where you can increase now the sexual subcoms. And we have a bunch of them here, but more eye contact, lowering your tone, moving it a little bit more. We'd take it down the sexual verbal path, and we'll have some ways to do that I'll go through. And then the key is bring it back to the friends, right? Unless you've done an isolation where you're like, hey, we're fucking off, the friends are completely cool. But for the most part, friends are going to be friends. And so I would actually bring her back because now to her, she's like, cool. If we leave, we come back. That's chill. The friends are like, oh yeah, he's back. That's chill. Then the next time you could say, hey, it's a bit loud. We're going to go get some air or we're going to go grab another drink, whatever it is. Now you can actually fuck off for real once you build that trust. So yeah, really great question. Thank you for addressing the demo case. It's a crazy situation for sure. Yeah, no problems. I did 2 videos on this. One was addressing all the facts of the case. The second one was how to prevent you from ever getting falsely accused, even though I don't technically think he was falsely accused. But yeah, it's crazy. I feel like people are so fucking brain rotted in some of the comments on, on that. All right. Swifty.
Yo,
sexual cold reads.
I'm just waking up, so
I know.
I need to build this shit up.
Listen, I've brought in twice the energy, okay? So don't worry about it.
Fuck.
Yeah. I'm feeling it today. All right. This is our topic.
Don't let me slow you down.
Yeah, actually, do you just want to come back in an hour? I'll let you know when I'm done. You can plug something on. Yeah, you can sit in the corner, Sexual cold reads, what do you reckon?
Okay, I don't even know what ST, let me see.
All right, so S is fuck yeah, creates proper desire, sexual authority, understanding. A is strong tension. B is works if calibrated. C is weak or situational. And D is go fuck yourself.
Okay, sexual cold read. I mean, this has to be up there. S, right?
Yeah, it's got to be S. Yeah.
Yeah, sexual cold read. I mean, this is what really gets her attention. She realizes that you understand her. You understand women in general. But you understand what she needs, what she likes. So, you may not be her type, like physically, but if you can cold read her sexual archetype or sexual desires, that's going to change everything immediately. She's going to be shocked. She's going to wonder, how do you know this? And there's a lot of other attributes or traits that she's going to place on you just by that cold read. So, but then again, you get that cold read completely wrong. It's going to be kind of tough to overcome that, especially. I don't know. I haven't really heard students because we give them cold reads, right? Some good cold reads. We teach them how to cold read women. So have you heard a student just completely miscalculate the cold read, like something crazy? Like there's 1% chance of that working.
I've seen them do it before we taught them to cold read. So they might do the whole I'm not like other guys. You just want a nice guy that will look after you and treat you right or something. And the girl's yeah. Anyway, I got to get back to my friends. And I'm like, oh, that's rough. That's not true. That's not what she's after. But yeah, I mean, the cool thing about this is once you understand women, you'll realize that some of these core desires are the same amongst all of them. So if you start with a little bit more of a broader cold read, you will get yes every time. Then you can narrow it down and you get it to a point where she's like, how the fuck did you know my specific fantasy that I've never told anyone else, that I didn't think anyone else had, that I was a little bit shamed about, and now you're accepting? What the actual fuck? You're in a head. And there's nothing else that builds more sexual excitement or tension than a girl knowing that her fantasy she's been thinking about her entire fucking life is about to come true.
Or she just gets to talk about it. She's never gotten to talk about it.
Yeah.
Or explore. If you understand whatever her fetish or kink or fantasy is, if you understand that, you may understand it better than she understands it. And sometimes I've had girls go, you've put my fantasy into words that I couldn't really put into words. I don't know. Sometimes you just kind of create her fantasy a little bit.
1000%. Yeah, that's definitely S tier. Teasing.
Ooh.
So I think let me see if I wrote down some examples. I don't think I did. I feel like teasing can be good or it can be horrible, right? So if you're teasing from a masculine place and you're looking at her and you're like, oh my God, you're so adorable. And she's like, no, I'm not adorable. I'm a bad bit. And you're like, no, look, you're so cute. Look at you. You're just a little blah, blah, blah. And the girl's trying to be some boss hubby. That is some very confident, socially aware teasing. But sometimes I see guys that trying to create sexual tension and it's just way too playful, silly, fun, and that puts you in like an inexperienced kind of friend zone box.
Yeah.
What do you think, Swifty?
Yeah. And also, you kind of have to know when to stop teasing as well, because you could do it in like a masculine, a good way. But if you take it too far, too long, it's going to lose its power quite a bit. And the girl's just going to be kind of tired of the fucking teasing. Or if you tease in a way that she believes you're actually very serious about the teasing. And I don't know, she starts to cry and runs away.
Yeah. Let's put works if calibrated. By the way, your mic sounds like ordering at McDonald's. Do you know what's going on there?
That's one reason why I was late. I couldn't. It says I'm connected to this mic, so
try if you go into settings and under audio, turn off. Maybe turn off reduce mic background noise. Does that work?
I have drilling next door, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Is that turned on?
I just turned it off.
Yeah. And then maybe automatically adjust mic volume. Is that on or off?
I just turned it off now.
All right.
What about now?
And then maybe try turn down the mic volume. What's it sitting at?
I'm at 74 right now.
Okay. I think it might be the actual mic gain. That's all right. It's doable. We'll sort it out for next time. Alrighty. Sexual framing. So this would be the opposite of like platonic frames and shit. So the idea here is we don't want to come across as a friend and we don't want to come off as a boyfriend. So a lot of guys I hear in some of their dates will say things like, oh, so what are you looking for in a partner? Or, where do you want to be in 5 years? Or do you want kids? Or blah, blah, blah. No girl gets turned on by this. No girl has a conversation about childbirth and then thinks like, oh, I can't wait for this guy to ravish me against the fucking wall when we get home. Okay. So I want to keep all our framing a little bit more casual, a little bit more sexual. So keep the conversation around that. Don't talk about like these in-depth relationship or platonic topics.
Absolutely. That was actually one of my girl's icks. Was a guy that, especially in a situation, the casual situation, you just met the girl or it's a first date or something, and you're getting to like deep conversation. It's you become a philosopher. And then you expect to fuck at the end. Like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, not going to happen. I'll put it, so sexual framing is important. I'll put that in A. Disagreeable frame. So I think it's really nice. Like, even I've done a video on negative intent. And so often guys, when guys think about intent or showing that you're into the girl, is they think about all the positive, affirmative ways to do it. So I'm going to stand a little bit closer. I'm going to start touching her. I'm going to tell her how pretty she is. I'm going to tell her I like her. And these sometimes are appropriate and can work, and there's a place for them. But the first way I try to show this girl that I'm into her is first by showing her that I'm not friends with her, okay? So I want to start being a little bit disagreeable. Right, so this is a little bit better than teasing. So when you're like, hey, where are you from? And she says, I'm from Kansas. It's like, no way. You're not fucking from there. No guy that just wants to be friendly and friends with a girl is going to be that disagreeable at front. So immediately it takes you out of any friend zone possibility and it starts to move you towards like maybe intent. Like if you have two women and one you're just being really nice and friendly to and one you're giving shit to, from the outside it's going to look like there's more tension between you and the girl you're giving shit to. So I think this would be like works if calibrated, because some guys might actually come off a little bit butthurt or angry here.
Yeah, and the average guy is going to be agreeable. So, like in any conversation, if you're talking about music or favorite music or whatever it is, guys would just agree. So girls are used to that. When a guy's agreeable, especially early on in the interaction, they're automatically assuming you're like every other guy that she did not want to fuck. So at least when you start the conversation disagreeing with her, at least she could go, okay, this is different. He's not like the other guys, and that's what you're trying to do. Like, I mean, the average guy is just so fucking horrible, it's terrible with women. So sometimes it's just safe to think about what the average guy does and do the opposite.
Yeah, true, legit. Yeah, do the opposite of the average guy and steal women's lines. Rothschild. I started using the mystery method, and for a while I would open sets and run into a story after 1 minute. My friend told me I need to make it more relevant to them in the beginning. Okay, yeah, we actually run in our mastermind every 3 months. We run a mystery rehabilitation course, and so it's a part of the mastermind fee, so it's otherwise free, and it's a 3-week process of mystery methodifying yourself. One of the big problems that you're going to run into following the mystery method is you are just going to go on boring monologues, and you're going to be told there's some DHV story. To the girl, it's going to be a boring monologue. This is what your friend is talking about. You're going to lack emotional impact. It's going to come off as really friendly. The girl is going to basically nod her head and half smile until you've done talking about yourself on this boring topic for a very long time. And then she's going to politely excuse herself without a big rejection, or she'll give you the number because she has the impression that you probably wouldn't handle rejection very well. So you need to not think about running any stories at the beginning and just think about having conversations. You shouldn't be talking for too long without a pause and a break and her saying something. If you're interested in the rehab program, let me know. We can sort you out. Next is test of compliance ladder. So it's what I spoke about at the beginning of this, guys, where everything needs to be slowly progressed, and it needs to be progressed of how much compliance you're getting. So some guys might just have a system where it's like level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they'll slowly work their way up. The problem is if you do level 1 and the girl responds to you very positively, and she's like, oh my God, this guy's my fucking type. Oh my God, I've been waiting for a guy like this. Oh, I want to fuck this guy right now. And then you go to level 2. And she's like, yeah, okay, I really want to fuck the, yep. And then you slowly go to level 3. She's going to be like, okay, this is not the guy I want. He's not dominant enough. He's not assertive enough. He can't recognize my signs. This is fucked. Or you have the other extreme where the girl takes a minute, right? She takes a while to build up and get going. And if you just keep going 3, 4, 5, you fucked it. So you really need to base it off how much compliance you're getting and calibrate to that. This is really important. I would say, I think it's almost like an S tier. It's that important that you don't like go too slow, too fast, or fuck it up. I mean, actually, I'd be happy to put it there.
S tier, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if guys ask me, like, what are you thinking within an interaction? And one of the things I do think about, and there's a lot of things that are just kind of natural, but I think about compliance. Like, how much compliance do I have? I remember in Budapest, I had a couple students, and I pulled a girl and her friend with the students within 60 seconds, maybe less, and they were shocked. They're like, how the fuck? I'm like, in 30 seconds, I knew I had the compliance to pull. So like, why would I stand there and talk to the girl for 2 hours, 1 hour, even 30 minutes? It makes no fucking sense. If I have the compliance in 1 minute to pull, I'm going to pull. I'm going to sexualize.
Yeah, or you can wait 7 hours, like the mystery method.
No. I talked to Mystery about this, okay, privately. And he told me that's not even optimal, by the way. That just he thought that sounded like a good number, but the marketing. He told me up to 13 hours. I said, "What are you doing for 13 hours? How from the club to how are you spending 13 hours with the fucking girl?" And I just remember there was some mystery method followers I was gaming with at the time years ago. Man, they would come home at like 11 a.m. noon the next day because they were trying to spend as much time with the girl. 13 hours. Can you imagine that? 13. How do you spend 13 hours from the club?
Bro, what do you do? You need to have like a fucking
And this is
fucking
without
pillow
fucking
party
yesterday.
sleepover and then like go for a hike in the morning or some shit. Like what the fuck? Like are
He told me
they
don't
taking
fuck
some?
until- Yeah, he told me don't fuck until I think the 9th hour. You know, that's optimal. The 7 to 9 hour mark.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. Future pacing. So this is something you got to be really careful with the type of future pacing that you're doing, because this could be future pacing with later on when we go back to my place, this is exactly what I'm going to do to you. Or this could be future pacing with, oh my God, we're having such a great date. I can't wait to, are you free next Friday and we'll go get some ice cream? So I'm going to separate this from the first one because we have dirty talk in here. So I'm going to include that with dirty talk. So I would say this is future pacing of we're getting on so well. I can't wait to do X, Y, and Z with you. This is amazing. We're going to, even if it's like playful, we're going to get married, some type of role play. I would say this is like weak, situational, just because it's going to feed into the wrong frame. So I would sit it down at C.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's not even fucking necessary most of the time, and I think it fucks guys up more than it fucking helps them. Absolutely, because you kind of like I want girls to chase. I want them to be a little bit unsure if I'm going to see them again. But you kind of can't create that if you're already telling her all the things you want to do to her for the next fucking 3 years. It's just impossible. you give away your mystery. She doesn't. Why would she chase? The whole 3 years is scheduled. She could flake on you. you have like a third, a 10th, a 20th meet already scheduled. She could flake on you. Right? So yeah, like guys don't understand how women's rotations work. Okay. It kind of works the way it kind of works like mine a little bit. Like they don't, like if they have like 10 leads, okay, they have 10 leads. Let's say they have 30, who knows? But let's say they have 10, 15 leads. They're not going to pick the most handsome guy first. That's usually not how it goes. They're going to pick the guys that's least available, the guy that they have to chase for. All right, they're going to put that in the front, even if she likes you. She really does like you. Because guys will go, but she really likes me. She liked me. Why is she flaking? Yeah, because you're fucking eager. You scheduled 10 meets into the future. She knows she could put you in the back of the queue and make you fucking wait. She knows that confidently. She's not fearful at all. The guy she's meeting is a mix between, I like him, he's handsome, but I have to fucking chase. Mm-hmm. This guy may be a fat old guy, or you know what I mean? Like he may be like the least good-looking guy in her leads, right? She has to lock this down. It's like bothering her. Like it really is bothering her that she has to chase, but she has to lock down that meet, or she has to fuck you. She has to she has to comply with your sexual conversations. She has to comply. So like guys have to understand this. When you're like when you're like future pacing like this, which a lot of guys do that, like a lot of coaches teach guys, like schedule the fucking next day, in the next one, literally within like 3 minutes of the interaction and day game. Why would you do that? I don't see how that helps one bit. It's never helped me. I've never had to do that. If anything, I just go, maybe we'll see. That's what I do. Hey, okay, we can meet. We'll see. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see about that. It'd be fun, I'm sure, unless it's sexual. If it's sexual and you have sexual compliance, then fuck this. I'm gonna fuck you tomorrow. Like, the night I'm gonna give you 10 orgasms, then 20, and then 30 over the next fucking 3 weeks. That's a little bit different. You could future pace when she is down to fuck. Okay, you're fucking everything up if you're not doing that. But even then, do you really need to? You know, it's like maybe I'll give you 10 orgasms. We'll see. Like you could even do it then. Mm-hmm. It just bothers. A lot of guys do this fucking shit.
Yeah, so supply and demand of women's pussy, basically. Mm-hmm. Playful accusations. So your trouble, behave. Good girl could be playful accusation, but more of the naughty side. Yeah, I think this maybe strong or like works if calibrated. I think is nice. What do you think, Swifty?
It depends on what the playful acquisition is
Yeah.
like. If it comes off as price framing a little bit too hard and you don't have like the compliance or attraction, I mean, it's just going to backfire. Like she's going to push back. She's going to make everything difficult for you. And that's what I hear from most guys. It's like, I know you like me. Don't say that. Don't, even if she liked you, don't. I wouldn't even say that. Like I know that if I'm in my interaction and I go, I know you want me. Like, can you admit it? Actually, that may kind of work if you're a little bit, if you're extra arrogant with it. But guys will be like, look, I saw you looking at me. You're doing this, you're doing that. I know you like me. It's like it just backfires because the girl has to be like, no. Unless she is like 100% into you, okay? Like you're a 10 out of 10, and she's like, "Oh my God, how can you tell? I'm embarrassed." Like it's undeniable that every woman would be into you. Other than that, don't do that. Like, has it ever worked? I saw it in coaches Infield, students, just random guys at the club. Literally, I've never in my life heard it work one single time. Yep. If anything, the girl just pushes back every fucking time.
Yeah, this idea of reactance you can use in a much better way, right? Like we spoke in the texting thing, how Swift would say like, hey, if you're too nervous, like I totally understand. Like if you're too nervous to meet up, and the girl's like, nervous? I'm not nervous. No, like blah blah blah. I'm happy to meet up, or like this is the reason why. Like, why would you use this technique against you? Hey, I know how desperately you want me, and I know how desperate you want to go home with me tonight. No, I don't. I don't want to go home with you. That's the last thing I want to do. I never want to go home with you. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, it's just like retarded. Like, why would you ever use that against you? So yeah, that would be like a really shitty playful.
Try using that on your own girlfriend. Okay, yeah. It's like, I mean, your girlfriend loves you. She really wants you. You know what I mean? But like, if you're like, just like I do that with mine every once in a while. I'm like, oh, you want me so bad. Like you like me so bad. Like her face changes where she instinctively has to go against that, but she can't because like she's like, yeah, hold on, I do
actually. Yeah,
confusing. You know what I mean? Like, let's just try it on your girl. Like, oh, you want me? Like, this is ridiculous. Look at you. Look how much.
Yeah, do it to any of your friends, right? Like, oh, you want that girl so bad, don't you? Like, they'll say no. Even, bro, yeah, say it to your friend in a relationship, bro. You love your girlfriend so much, don't you? No, yeah, I get kind of like, yeah, it's 100%. Oh, push pull. Holy fuck. Okay, I'm gonna roast someone. Okay, do you know who I'm about to roast?
Oh, is it Todd?
Yeah, it's got to be Todd V. Holy fuck. If you want to know how to do push-pull badly in a way that just derails your whole conversation and rules any form of sexual tension, watch his Infield. We've done multiple breakdowns in the Mastermind, and it's like, bro, like, he does well at the beginning. Like, it's not bad. It's right. Like, I saw, like, one Infield I'm thinking right now of a date. He's, like, sitting down, and the girl's actually into him, and like, she's down to be pulled. Like, she's ready. And instead of just pulling, he does the RHD thing of, I'm not going to pull. I'm going to sit here and shoot myself in the foot and eventually go get some pizza. And he's sitting there and he's like, dude, what are some of the push pulls? You're so cute, it's annoying. Or, oh, I like you, but I'm not really sure. And it's like all these like very kiddish, like silly, kind of playful. Oh man, it just ruins all sexual tension completely. So look, the idea of like push pull is nice. Like the idea of thinking, oh, I don't want to be sitting at like 100% tension. I don't want to be sitting at 0% tension. So like that whole idea of stop it, arguably is a push pull, right? Like you have the girl in, you're making out with her and you're like, hey, stop it. Like that's enough. That's kind of a push pull. But when it becomes this cheesy, verbal, scripted, you're so cute, but I'm not sure, over and over and over and over again, it's going to ruin all fucking tension. So use it, but don't fucking abuse it to the point that it like ruins how much attraction you have. Mm-hmm. You're cute, but you look like trouble. Yeah, exactly. Saying that over and over again for an hour as the girl like is ready to go home with you. It's crazy. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Role play frames. Again, depends what role play we're talking about, right? So you can definitely do, like I said before, you slapped a girl on the wrist. You could have like a daddy little girl frame. You could have, it's similar like dom sub. You could have like master slave. You're telling her exactly what to do. All these role plays are great. Role plays that are a little less good are going to be like marriage role plays. These can be like fun and okay at the beginning of an interaction, but definitely not as you're building sexual tension. Unless the marriage role play is you're going to be at home cooking, I get home, I tell you to get on your knees, blah, blah. So like I would say these are again works if like calibrated to the right type of role play.
Yeah, and I've used the marriage role play. I don't like to use it very often, but I've used that to sexualize. Yeah. And it's like, because women will get into the marriage role play. Like, I don't know if they practice this when they're a little kid or something. Like, I'm wife. I clean the house. I do this. So sometimes it's quite easy to get the compliance, sexual compliance within that role play, because you role played for like 5 minutes, husband and wife. And you start a little fight, like, you're never home, you're never home, you're always at work. And I go, baby, you know what? Fuck it, you're right. When I come home tonight, okay, I promise, I'm going to give you the most orgasms of your life. You deserve this. You've been asking for this for so long. 30 orgasms tonight, okay? Finally, I'm coming home to you, baby. We're going to do this. And the one thing you always wanted to try with the rope, I've got rope back at my Airbnb. We're going to try that. You're going to look beautiful in that pink rope. You know that? You're going to look gorgeous. But first, I'm going to tease you a little bit. Okay? I'm going to put the blindfold on. I'm going to lay you down. I'm going to oil you up. So, like, she's kind of, like, held hostage a little bit, where she, like, maybe she would kind of push back a little bit. But she kind of, she's like, this is part of the role play. I'm going to accept all of this. But then you get to the dirty talk and exactly what you're going to do. And now it's serious. It's like back at my Airbnb. It's not like back at, home when you get home. It's at my Airbnb. I actually have rope and I'm going to do this. And now she's like, hold on a second. Remember how do we get here? It's smooth how we got here. Because look, women are going to appreciate smoothness. Okay, smooth transitions, witty transitions. Like they're going to appreciate the game. They're going to respect the game. So they're going to be like a little bit impressed by like how you did that, because they know what you just did, and they didn't realize it during the role play, the marriage role play. They thought it was a nice guy role play at the start. Yeah. It's easy to get that compliance and sexualize.
Straight up. I'll put that in. Yeah, it works if calibrated. Qualifying. So getting her to qualify again. Fuck. It's so funny because I read these and I have two responses, which is what I see every other coach teach, and then I'm like, if you do this properly, it's like it's opposite ends of the spectrum here. Getting girls to qualify is awesome. So, actually, this goes into. I'll talk about it now. So this goes into this routine. So there are ways you can get girls to qualify. The easiest way to do it is build a fuck ton of value and then sit back a little bit and just ask probing questions, okay? So if you have a fuck ton of value and then you say, I'm like, we could pick something platonic. I'm curious, what do you do for work? She's going to qualify. She's going to try and impress you. But if you have no value at all and you ask, what do you do for work? She doesn't really give a fuck. And it's the same sexually, right? Like if you start asking her some sexual question, like, I'm curious, what are you into? What have you explored before? What's the craziest thing you've ever done? She's going to try to start qualifying and trying to impress you. But if you force it, if you're 1 minute in the interaction and you say, hey, give me 3 reasons why I should keep talking to you besides your looks, girls are just going to be like, go fuck yourself. Like, why should I talk to you anyway? Yeah, maybe you're right. Fuck off. So again, if you like prize frame this or push this, you'll get reactance. One of the techniques or routines that I like to run is when we're talking about what we like and dislike sexually, I will always say, hey, you know what? I can't stand blowjobs. Now, one, this is kind of true, but 2, this works so well because this is what every guy asks for, right? Like girls have been in so many sexual scenarios where it's just the guy wanting to get his dick sucked and he doesn't care about the girl whatsoever, right? So when I actually say like, hey, I'm actually not a big fan of this thing, 2 things happen. 1, the girl's in shock. What? Why? Hang on. And then when I tell her, look, it's not that I don't like it. Most girls don't know what they're doing, okay? Like most girls aren't very passionate about it. They don't know how to work it out. Like it's just, if a girl's really good at head, oh, I love it. It's amazing. But if they're not, it's not for me. And so the second thing happens where now 90% of the time these girls start qualifying and they start chasing, and they'll be like, well, you haven't met me yet, or well, I've never got a complaint. And it's funny, I'll push it sometimes. Yeah, most girls don't get complaints, right? Like if guys are getting their dick sucked, every guy's just going to be like, yeah, that's good. I'm just honest though. Like if it's something that I don't really enjoy, then I just don't really enjoy it. But I understand like most guys will just say it was good. And she's like, no, like guys aren't just telling me. And you get the best fucking blowjob of your entire life. This girl's going to be on her fucking high performance.
It reminds me of like what is the like 60-day or 30-day no cum challenge?
100%. Yeah.
I was looking at screenshots. I was going through my other phone, and there was a video of me telling the girl outside the room, like, hey, I think she was from like New Zealand or something. I was like, listen, he's in a challenge right now. Like Mark in there, he can't come. Okay, and no woman has made him come. Okay, he's been doing this for 6 months. There's only like one girl, but she was so good. Like she was really good at getting the blowjob, working it. But no woman, except for her, but she was special. She was a top 0.1% kind of girl. You know what I mean? And like she got so motivated.
Right. That was tough.
Like at the door talking to you, and she was like running game. Like she immediately started running game.
This wasn't the first time. Me and Swift actually had a bet. I think it was like, I had to go like 3 weeks without coming. And like, dude, Swift would tell this to every girl that came over, and I've never had girls like work so hard and like holy fuck, that was the toughest thing I think I've ever gone through mentally, is trying not to come when girls are desperately doing everything they can possibly to make you. But yeah, that's another way to get girls to chase or like to qualify. So
really quick, like no girl was able to do that until the
yeah. The old lady. Yeah. So we went to it wasn't a lady boy. We went to a massage bar. It was an old lady. Okay.
I don't know why it took a lady boy for that to happen. It's kind of weird, but
Swift set me up. He set me up. I was just going in for a nice relaxing massage, and this girl assaulted me. Okay, this woman assaulted me.
Well, I said, I just remember girl after girl not being able to succeed. Okay,
you went to the expert.
And I'm like, you know what? I do know one group of women that could make this happen.
They're trained.
Okay? Yeah. Highly trained, experienced. So I say, Mark, you want a massage? Just like there's like a good place down the street.
Look, I'm a strong man, but I can't.
Experience old Chinese ladies.
Can't
bro, it's so funny because I heard in the other room. She's like, take it off, and you're like, huh? She like take your underwear off.
She like forced me, bro. This is a Jack Demo situation. I didn't want this.
You're like, no, I'm good. And like now, she's like, now I'll take it off. And then I hear, oh, it's so big. She got so excited. She's like, oh my god, it's so big.
Bro, this is PTSD right now. This is trauma that I'm reliving. Okay, I want you to know that. I lost that bet. That was a sad day. Professional. You can't listen.
The ancient Chinese techniques and shit.
It is. There's some spiritual energy. There's some chi. That's what happened, bro. I got chied up. Yeah. Good times. All right. Sexual dequalification. I'm going to break this up. I actually did break this up into the qualification that we do and the qualification that we hear other coaches teach. So, sexual DQ, typically you guys have heard these before. I'm not having sex with you tonight. I'm not, we can go back. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not like that. I'm not that into you is maybe like some worse ones that I hear. But anything where you're basically just making the girl think that, yes, I'm not having sex with you. Because the reason guys do this is it gets them initial compliance. And the girl will be like, okay, as long as you promise. Then they get back to their place and they try to do this push-pull, like freeze out. I'm just going to keep trying to escalate. The problem with that is that you've just broken all trust with this fucking girl, right? Like she's come back in the zone of like, okay, we're not having sex. You've kind of even shamed sex a little bit or put her into a relationship frame, and now you're trying to fuck her. Like it looks really bad. You're always going to get non-compliance here. So this actually like kills attraction. Because there might even be some girls that are down to have sex and they're just doing the whole like, I want to look selective. Like, no, I don't usually do this. And you're like, yes, me neither. We're not going to do this. And they're like,
just real quick. I pulled with some coaches at one point. I heavily sexualized with my girl. It was like down. Okay, I was grabbing her by the fucking neck and everything. But it didn't look like that with her friends, with the coaches. And I remember getting back, and I got my girl in my room. You know, she's naked, and the friends are knocking on the door saying, "Can we join you?" Go with my friends. You know what I mean? Just go with my friends. And like, no, they're like slowly like trying to like kiss me and stuff, you know, like they're doing like this escalation, like doop, 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 doop. And like yeah, they told me that we're not going to have sex, you know?
Oh my god.
And now they're like trying to kiss me, and I go, just give it another shot, you know. It's like, can I just go in? I go, listen, you could come in here, but I'm fucking your friend right now, and like everyone's getting naked. If you want to come in, and they were like, yeah, oh, absolutely. Like they're down to fuck. They were come in and like a threesome or foursome with their friends over the guys that she was into. She liked, but they lied about what was going to happen.
Yeah, and what's your perception of a guy that he's like, no, we're not going to have sex? Like, in my mind, this guy's not experienced. He doesn't understand women. He doesn't know how to lead. He's like sexually shamed. Like, so instead, the DQ that I like to use, I think I have some Infield on this on the channel, is I will say it in a way where it goes like, oh, we're not having sex. And I'll kind of slow everything down. I'll be like, can I actually be honest with you right now? She's like, yes. And I was like, if you took all your clothes off right now, bent over this table, or wherever you're at, like I assume you're on a date, bent over this table, turned around and said, Marcus, fuck me right now, I wouldn't do it. And again, reactants, what's every girl going to say? Yes, you would. And I'm like, no, listen, I'm sorry. And now I try to create a frame that she's like, yes, you would, please fuck me. And I'm like, no, I can't. And I'll be like, no. I'm like, don't get me wrong. You're my type, right? You have like this very feminine, submissive vibe. It's kind of hot. But for me to have sex, I need to know the girl's like passionate, that she's into it. And, you know, similar to the last routine we ran, right? Because like, look, I've had a bunch of sex before and it's cool, but like now if I'm gonna have sex, I want the girl to come like 15 times. I want it to be the best night of her fucking life. That's what's fun for me. So like if the girl's kind of not ready or not, like I need to see that first. So I need there to be like that chemistry and that passion. So until that happens, like, I don't want to have shit sex. And now it flips everything around. It's not, I'm not having sex because I think it's bad. It's not, not having sex because I'm shameful. It's not, I'm having sex because I'm just trying to desperately like baby step you to my house. It's, I'm not having sex because I don't think we're at a point where it's going to be the best experience of your fucking life and you're going to have 15 orgasms. And the only way to get there is for you to be a little bit more intentional. And so now, like the girl chases with it. She's like, yes, she would. And then she kind of sits back and is like, yeah, I agree. That's cool. You settled this value. And now, yeah, she will come back to your place knowing that, yeah, if she's not really into it or she's not really wanting it, you're not going to try force sex. And if she wants the best night of her life, she just has to be into it. And that works incredibly well. I can't tell you how many times that has got girls super passionate about it, or you have the compliance to be able to pull back, or it builds the trust. This I have to put in S. I think it just works too well.
And I would do similar with virgins, you know, like instead of like pressuring the virgin, like, oh, let's have sex. I would do exactly this kind of routine. Like you have to really want this, you know what I mean? Like, cause guys have issues, like the girls, like, no, I'm a virgin, I don't know, this and that. Just run Mark's routine, even with virgins, you know, or very inexperienced girls. Like, listen, I want your first time to be the best first time, and I want you to be completely open and completely down for this. Absolutely.
Selective approval. So yeah, this is just showing that you don't just want to fuck every single girl in the club. Okay, so because some guys come off as experienced or come off as like fuck boys. Experience is probably the better word. Like, yeah, pre-select. But if it just appears to the girl that you're willing to fuck anything and anyone, and it doesn't matter who, that kills attraction. So you need to be able to show that you're like selective and, you know, non-needy, and this makes her chase a little bit too. Grounded energy. What do you want to say on this, Swifty?
Oh man, grounded energy. Man, I mean, I think this has to be S. Just
yeah, I agree.
I mean, just comparing to like average guys or, you know, majority of men. They just don't have grounded energy, especially around women, in front of women, when they're talking about sex. Yeah, so like this is S. I don't know. The women are just, they gravitate towards grounded energy. They gravitate towards that. And if you have grounded energy, they're going to feel a lot better. They're going to feel more grounded and less chaotic and more certain about you. And there's like this attraction when you have very grounded energy, very grounded masculine energy. It's hard for women to walk away from you. You know what I mean? Like they become attached to you. And I don't know, the way that I view it is, most women, man, they have like a million thoughts going through their fucking head at all times. There's chaos. There's thinking about this, what they got to do later, and this drama, and this situation. Their emotions are like up and down. It's like a fucking roller coaster at all times. Depends on the girl. But there's something about having this grounded energy that grounds them a little bit more. And it's like taking a vacation. This is what I've been told by women. I had girls that would come over. They just needed a break from everything. Okay, just everything. It wasn't even, maybe, yeah, okay, it was some orgasms and stuff, but they just needed that grounded energy. And they described it as like, my mind just kind of clears up when I have your energy around, right? It's like a little vacation. And look, I don't know how you would describe grounded energy. How would you describe?
Yeah, I would say, if I'm thinking about like the subcoms that come with this, would be like speaking slowly, intently, concisely, holding eye contact, basically like not breaking tension. So you're able to use all these techniques to build the tension, but then you're not breaking it. And I agree, like it's a safe space for the girl to be able to let go. And there's a level of like trust and authority within that. Some girls will describe it as like subspace, like they enter that floaty, the vacation-y feeling of like, I just don't have to worry or think as much around you. So yeah, S tier for sure. Yeah.
And there's a difference between like being timid and shy, okay, and passive. Some guys will think, well, I'm grounded. I'm not speaking fast. I'm not doing this. But there has to be like this balance of confidence, risk taking. You know what I mean? Like taking up space, being okay with taking up, being comfortable and grounded when taking up space. Right?
Yeah. Well, to be grounded, there needs to be tension to be grounded under. So like, I agree. Like if you're just sitting there on a bus in the corner, you're grounded. But no girl's ever going to be like, wow, what a grounded masculine energy, because there's no tension there, right? Whereas if you were up on a stage speaking to like thousands of people, and then you had that bus energy where you're kind of calm, relaxed, you're speaking slow, every girl is going to be like, that guy's super masculine, he's grounded. So like, yeah, that's where the difference has to be. You have to have all these things creating tension and then be grounded under that, or not break the tension under that. I think is a big part of it.
100%.
Sexual curiosity questions. Yeah, so these are really important. These are kind of in most of our routines that we kind of run, like so in the cold reads, things like that. If you can get curious, so one way I describe this, if I have a girl come over and I've run like game on Tinder and the girl just comes over and she's like, I'm ready to fuck, I'm wearing the lingerie, like blah, blah, blah. Even then, I will become sexually curious. And the reason behind that is I just want to have great sex, right? I want to figure out what this girl is actually wanting, what her fantasies are, what her experience is, where the boundaries are at. And this is what I spoke about in my last video on consent. And if you do that, you're just going to have like incredible sex, but also, right, there's so much value in knowing that you're going to have incredible sex. If the girl can see that, she's going to want to see you again. She's going to be super into you. The sex is going to be much better. So like not only, is it like a technique in terms of like building value and coming across as like a masculine dominant man with authority, but you just have a way better sexual experience. So I think this is super strong.
I mean, this is such an easy. Like I see this in text game when guys are setting up fuck dates, and they're not spending an extra couple minutes just asking the girl like, "What is your experience? What are you into? What are you curious about?" You have all the compliance over text, right? Like, don't be eager. Like, you're going to get the fuck date. Just spend a few more sentences, just a few more minutes, diving a little bit deep into these questions. Like you're just going to increase your retention by a lot. It's such an easy thing to do, especially when you have compliance. And like she's going to give you information. Number one, once you start to learn more about different archetypes, she's going to answer a few questions. You'll be like, I fucking know this girl. I know, like, I don't even need to ask any more questions. I know what she's going to like and what I'm going to do when she's over. But if she comes over and you are fulfilling her kinks or her fantasies, okay, you know how to behave, how to treat her, because that's, if she's a brat, she says, I'm a fucking brat, and she comes over and she's being a bitch. Well, what are you gonna do? Like, most guys are like, I'm a man, get out of here. I will not tolerate this, like, get out of here, It's like, no, she's being a brat. You have to, if she tells you I'm a brat, you can be prepared for her to be a bitch. Guess what? She comes over, she's being bratty, tame her, right? You could bring that grounded energy and tame her and give her an amazing fucking time, because a lot of these women are used to being kicked out because they're bitches, I've talked to so many brats and like, man, they cause so many issues with dudes because they think the girl's just being an asshole.
Yeah, they don't know how to understand her.
But like this is key for me. Like asking these questions. Yep. If you're gonna set up the fuck date, you're gonna pull. You have the compliance to talk about this shit. Just fucking do it. You don't have to do it for the next fucking hour, but just ask a few questions. It's going to help quite a bit.
Agreed. Controlled compliments. Yeah, I mean, these are okay. The problem is, like, even though I wrote controlled there, so many guys give me way too many compliments anyway. There might be some girls that need a little bit of validation, or the compliment can set a frame. So, like, I love how open-minded you are, for example. But for the most part, in terms of, like, building tension, it's probably going to be, like, weak or situational. Like, there's times that it's going to help, but you don't have to worry too much about, like, over-complimenting or complimenting the girl.
Yeah, never compliment bitches.
Yeah, exactly. They don't deserve it, okay?
You're king, okay? I mean, it's very rare where I felt like I had to give compliments. You know what I mean? It's very fucking rare. Unless the girl's like, why me? If I got the why me, it's like, okay, I got so much value, man. I got these feet so hard. Like, she needs an actual real reason why I'm going to take her home, right? So I'll give her some like genuine compliments. And also, genuine compliments just work out better than basic generic compliments. Yeah. So the times I've given compliments, I just couldn't help it. Like, I see a girl, I'm like, God damn. They're like, what? And like, you look good in this, or your ass is great. And there's like a passion, a genuine passion behind it, and the girls can see that.
This is your specialty, 10 to 15. Do you want to talk on this?
I don't want to talk too much about this.
Just a little.
We can talk about it just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, if you could give 10 to 15 orgasms, it's literally 100% retention. In anything over 10, every single girl in the past 15 years came back. There's 100. I had one girl. I remember one girl. I gave her 10 orgasms, and she did not hit me back up. And I was like, what is going on? This is like the first time ever. I'm shocked. I'm surprised. I'm confused. I'm hurt. I'm sitting in my room with my emo music, and I'm like, what is going on? I didn't want to see her again, but I got, you know what I mean? Now I do, because she's not hitting me. It's been 2 months, 3 months now. I remember talking to one of you guys going, I don't know what's going on here. It was kind of weird. And then she hits me up like 6 to 9 months later, and I find out she had like a husband. Like, she had like a husband and kids in like another town or something. And I'm like, okay, that's there we go. That makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah, there we go.
Dude, it's so weird how girls do that shit where they will not mention it whatsoever. And you're like, what's that? And then you find like, on their Instagram, it's like 5 years, happy anniversary. And you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, sometimes these girls are crazy.
That's women are so, I don't know, like, you would think like I would assume that I could read that somehow at some point. You know what I mean? Like, oh, there's something here. I think she has like a wife. She looks guilty a little bit. Like, why does she look guilty? Nah, man. Like, I don't know. It's bad. Like, this is why you learn game. Okay, you get really good with women, so they don't constantly go around talking other guys.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, 10 and 15 is super important. That's just a fuck ton of sexual value. If you can demonstrate that.
I got it tattooed on my arm here.
There you go.
That's how important it is.
That's when you know it's important, when you put it on your body. All right, we have eye gazing or like stare routine. So again, I think we have Infield in our hooking course in the Mastermind. But this is basically a routine where you take advantage of the power of eye contact. This is actually tantric as well. In tantra, they use eye gazing a lot as a way to like build sexual tension with the other person and also be more comfortable in that tension. Now, I would never have a girl over the first time and be like, hey, let's light a candle or do some eye gazing, all right? She's probably going to think you're crazy or a pussy. But you can run this in the club where you say, you have such shitty eye contact, so playful accusation. She's like, yeah, no. You're like, all right, you can either take like a training helpful thing, we're going to help you, or you could take a more like playful antagonistic point of view where you're like, all right, let's see who can hold it more. And if you get into a situation where you're just sitting there, like gazing into each other's eyes, and you're able to hold that tension, it does everything we've been speaking about, right? It shows that grounded energy. So this can be nice to do. I don't use it. I'd probably put it in B. I think I've used it like once. I prefer just to hold it in the conversation without making a routine out of it. Like I've seen him with Swift, like he will kind of move his head a little bit and just like hold that eye contact even though the girl's breaking it and just build that sexual tension. So yeah, the routine you can use, but otherwise like once you get a little bit more advanced, you just do it.
Just get the girl talking for a little bit. Get her talking. So if you could get her talking and go, and just shake your head and not say a word, they will fill the gap. They'll feel a little bit of tension. They'll fill the gap and they'll continue talking. So I use that opportunity to just fucking stare into their goddamn soul. And like you said, if they kind of move their head away, I'm going to move my head and lock eyes. Or I'll do this.
And focus.
Focus.
Yeah.
I don't know, like they don't say anything about it. They don't go, why did you snap your finger? Why did it's almost like they're under hypnosis or something. And I'm like, no, keep going. And they will keep going and maintain eye contact. Or I'll grab them. I'll gently do this and move their head towards me. Continue talking.
Yeah.
That's all you need. You don't have to sit down and go, okay, the spirits are here. We're one with nature and the universe. Let's breathe. I've done breathing in the club with girls. My cleaners are here. 1 second.
No, I'll keep going. You're good. Shibari. So, yeah, basically the way we teach things is we want to develop some level of authority within the sexual space. So it could be talking about like multiple orgasms and the way to achieve that. Another one is going to be Shibari. I think this is a really nice one that dives into the BDSM angle, but is also on a spectrum where it can be a little bit more artistic or safe or fun, as opposed to just think like, okay, I'm going to get the shit bitten out of me. So that can be nice if you want to go down that angle, where you can talk about Shibari in a way where it's a Japanese art form of bondage, where you like tying girls up, you can show photos, it looks beautiful. Women usually have fantasies around that. Or you can go to the level of, I'm going to tie you the fuck down, you're not going to be able to move. So that's why I think Shibari is awesome. I personally love it, like actually during sex to be able to do it. So yeah, I think this is for me, S. Okay, it's for me, S. But yeah, you can find a way. Tantra is another one, so I'll throw this up here as well. These are probably your big three. So 10 to 15 orgasms, like multiple orgasms is something if not all women are going to love. Shibari can be down your like BDSM type route, and then Tantra can be down your more sensual, which will be more rare. But if girls are like, hey, I don't like anything too extreme, I like things really slow and sensual, you can bring and talk about some like tantric practices. I usually describe it as like the meditation of sex, and that can be a really good way to build authority within that dimension. Next one is going to be double meaning. So this is going to be things like innuendos, essentially. Again, they can be okay. I think for the most part, they can feel a bit cheesy. So if you're like, hey, I'm really good with my hands because you're a carpenter, and then you like give her a wink, like there could be times where it's appropriate and it works and it comes from a dominant side of you. Or it can be a time where it feels like you just said Uranus in primary school and everyone laughed. And it's like, he said a bad word. So like, I would put it in like weak or situational. It really is going to depend the place it's coming from and what exactly you're saying. Would you agree with that, Swift?
I can't fucking hear. I'm sorry.
That's okay. He said, yes, I agree with that. That's perfect.
Can we...
Calling out chemistry. So this is all like what Swift spoke about before. Oh, this is going so well. I feel so much chemistry between us. This is so nice. Again, this is just going to potentially like just kill attraction. It's going to make a push against that, or it's going to come across as a little bit too pedestal-y, a little bit too romantic. I don't like it.
Wait, which one is it?
Calling out chemistry. So like, oh wow, we have so much chemistry. This is going so great. Yeah.
What is that? I mean, what does it do? I don't know.
Yeah, it's fucking nothing.
Go, oh shit, was there chemistry? Oh wow, now I feel it.
Yeah, wow, now I feel it. Wow, it worked. Wow, ever since you mentioned it, I just realized how much chemistry we have now.
I do that if I'm like heavily sexualized and I'm getting like a little bit of pushback. And she's like, I just need like a deep connection or something, or like I only do this with like guys. I go, oh my god, do you feel this? She's like, what? I go, oh my god, I've never felt this way before. Oh my god, do you feel the chemistry right now between us? It's so beautiful.
So
oh my god, I can't even.
It's flowing through my body.
I've gotten over the whole like I need chemistry thing. Because she found that to be so funny or whatever,
Floaty nicknames. Dude, I don't even know what an example of this would be. What a fucking guy uses like floaty nicknames. Yeah, I don't know. This I unless it's like little girl or brat or something. I don't know. Like I
good girl.
Yeah, good girl could be good. Yeah. Yeah, I think like babe or something early on is probably just gonna feel.
The good girl thing is, oh my god,
that good girl works so well. Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
What I'll do is like even with the cashiers and shit, like when I'm just ordering, like, oh, can I get this and this? I'm like, oh yeah, thank you, good girl. Can I also do this? It just throws them off a little bit, and they're like,
no.
You could tell like some of them are like, ooh,
no.
Like their posture changes. It's like there's something that. I don't know. There's something like boop, and they're like,
it's like internal reflex. Yeah.
Yeah, and they kind of change their behavior a little bit. It's fun.
Sexual stories. So again, these work really, really well. We spoke about mystery method before. Like the story needs to be asked for, so you want to bait for it. It needs to build up to that. You're not doing this like just, hey guys, can I tell you a quick story? You want the story to be engaging, so there needs to be like an emotional back and forth there. And then most importantly, the story needs to display all the positive traits. Sometimes I hear stories where it's like students will tell it and it's about some cougar that like picked them up at a bar. And it's like, well, you were just like following the whole time. You didn't lead and you're like with this older woman. Sometimes I hear sexual stories about how like the guys were so desperate and chasing, or they'll use like game terms. They're like, yeah, so I went and opened this girl and like blah, blah. And I'm like, bruh, just chill out for a second, right? You're not telling the lay report to one of your wings. So if you can incorporate how hot the girl was, how much you led, how amazing the experience was for her, put in some fantasies, maybe in some rejection handling, then this is like, I almost want to throw it in S tier. I think they're that good. But it really depends on how it's done.
Yes. I agree.
Then proximity control. So this is just going to be like getting closer. So yeah, works if calibrated. Slow movement again. Yeah, it's helpful. Side positioning, dude. I'm curious. Do you get this a lot from students as well, where it's I went on a date, but we sat across from each other, so I couldn't escalate at all. It was fucked. Yeah, I'm never going back to that place again.
Something in the way, or
Yeah. I'm just gonna put this at kills attraction. It doesn't matter where the fuck you're sitting, okay? As long as you can talk to the girl, then you can build up. You can build the sexual tension. And then if you're not sitting in the right spot, just move her or move yourself. It's that simple. Like, I feel like guys stress about this like way too much. Like, it's not that hard to tell a girl to fucking move. If anything, that builds.
Just,
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Like I would be like even group sets, and I'm like, okay, like I'm OCD or something, and I'm like, I need like this girl over here, and I need these girls here because I'm going to talk. I'm going to do this like this. I'll just move them around. I'll be like, hey, can you go over here? And I will just kind of gently grab them, or you stay here, you stay here. Like, I would just physically kind of guide them in the position that I want them. Yeah. And guys are just like, they'll come back and be like, oh, I just couldn't do it. Like, I was in bad position or this or that. It's like,
yeah,
just
move. Yeah. It's the amount of times I've heard guys, I'm like, why is there no sexual escalation on this date whatsoever? It's like, well, sitting across from her. It's like, well, if you are like, say she's cemented down to the seat and you can't move yourself, verbally escalate. Like, it doesn't need to be physical. Okay. Dirty talk. Well, this is going to be S tier.
Has to be.
When I think about stages of sexual tension and escalation,
you're good.
is number one, you want to have like the energy. So this is going to be like the groundedness, is the whole thing, eye contact, the subcoms. Number two is going to be the understanding. So this is where the cold reads come in. Like, I can tell you like a more dominant man. Then the authority is going to come in. So you start explaining, like, I can give 10 to 15 orgasms. I am into shibari. I do know tantra. Like, you start to describe or explain or show some level of authority. And then the last is you really focus on the emotion. Like, this is where you want her to feel it, where you want her turned on, where you want her dripping wet and horny. And dirty talk is the best way to get there. If you get really good at painting the picture for her so she can feel and experience it, like, girls get turned on the most in their brain. Like, that's their biggest sexual organ. So if you can get her thinking about it, turned on about it, GG at that point. All the objections go out the window.
Yeah, 100%. And you can actually paint the picture of what it's going to look like when you leave the place or when she comes over, right? So your dirty talk could be essentially just showing or getting her to picture what every step of the way is going to look like. So that could, number one, it could paint a picture that she really enjoys, that she likes. And also it could overcome certain objections as well, or any concerns that you never knew she even had, right? And so I got some feedback with some girls who weren't going to come over, or they were virgins or something. And because I did this dirty talk where I went step by step from like when we meet and how I greet her at the door and what it looks like throughout, all the way up until, she stays over or I say goodbye. Gangbangs, we're doing gangbangs, right? Like, we're doing like a dirty talk.
It was such a key thing, yeah.
It's like, we got a lot more girls to be absolutely down for gangbangs during like boot camps and stuff, just because we dirty talked and kind of walked through what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
Now, right before the dirty talk, what do girls say? I don't know. I've never done this before. I don't want to. I'd never do this. And it's like, well,
let us explain.
Yeah. Here we go. And we're walking through and like, that actually sounds kind of odd. That actually sounds not too bad. And you could like throw some things in there that can handle concerns or objections. So the gangbang would be, the number one concern is, well, there's a few of them. One, can I say no? Can I like back out at some point? Like, what if I come over and I go, I don't like the energy, or if I'm in the middle of it, I just want to walk away and not feel like you're going to force anything. And that's like a concern for every girl. Within the dirty talk, you could even implement some of these things, right? You got to kick me out. Well, you could implement all of us cuddling, or we have a certified cuddler after a gangbang. You know what I mean? Like after the gangbang, you're going to have a certified cuddler. Okay, you can stay the night with him if you want to. So you could implement all these concerns that you handle within the dirty talk as well, and also. It's less sexy to be like, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go back and do this and do this.
Yeah.
It's less sexy, right? But if you do it in a sexy way, and she kind of gets the picture what it's going to look like, she's going to go, oh, it's not so bad. Because in her mind, there might be all these other things that pop up that that are kind of scary. That are concerning, right? And also, it shows that you're experienced. Because what do girls say after we dirty talk like this? Oh my God, you know what you're doing.
You know exactly what you're doing. Yeah,
you know 100%. Exactly what you're fucking doing. It's like,
you've done this before. Yeah, it's 100%.
That's also another concern when it comes to like gangbangs. Like, is this going to be like dicks out and like, whoa, what's going on here? You know, awkward and shit, or
you guys gonna get weird. Yeah,
we're gonna get weird. Yeah. I've had this. I wasn't part of this, but like, a lot of my wings in my room had like a gangbang, and I just remember the girl like freaking out. Get someone, get hard, or try to stick it in my pussy. And everyone's just standing there with their soft. Well, like everyone's just soft dicked, and she's like blindfolded, her head is like down from the side of the bed, and everyone's trying to force it. She was so angry about this. She was yelling.
That's so funny, poor girl.
That's what the girls don't want, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to. So this is a way to run the dirty talk if you want to just lull the compliance a little bit. So sometimes like girls will be like, no, I don't think I want to go back. I'm not going to go back, or like, oh, we shouldn't, or something. Sometimes I'll be like, yeah, of course. Listen, we're not going back to my place at all. She kind of looks at me and I'm like, yeah, listen, I'm not going to take you home. Okay. It's only like 2 minutes from here. I'm not going to get you a glass of wine, talk to you, and then play some music, take you in my room, and lay you down on my bed. That's not going to happen. She's like, no, it's not. I'm like, yeah. Let me tell you also what's not going to happen. I'm not going to take out my massage oil and slowly run it across your body so you feel every little bit. And like, I'll just build this up to the point, like, I'm not going to tie you up. I'm not going to eat your pussy. I'm not going to make you come 15 times and then beg me for the next orgasm or something, blah, 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 blah. So it's a really nice way to, it's kind of like the role play, right? It is like an easier frame to be able to describe all these things. And so she might start off with like, yeah, we're not, but it's just so like once you mention everything, you go through all the objections, you have all the value, you pace it out for her. At the end, she's like, okay, when are we leaving? Yeah, where are we going? So yeah, this is great. You can go next to dirty talk. Okay, physical stillness. So yeah, like that's going to be similar to the other subcoms. Making out. Yeah, this is, do I have neck kiss in here? I probably don't. So making out is usually fucking most guys up. So most guys make out and it decreases sexual tension because a lot of tension is about what I'm about to have for the girl. It's like what she's looking forward to. It's like the unknown, the mystery, the pleasure that's going to come. And just constantly make out with her. It gets a little boring. It feels needy. It feels like you're just trying to get validation. And some girls just get turned off by it. And so instead, what I usually teach is like, don't make out, keep that tension, make a chase for it. And if you are going to make out, then do like more of what I would describe as like a neck kiss or neck bite, where you can go in, as soon as you're about to kiss, I pull away, I go down, I bite her neck. She has a lot of sensitive spots along her trap that she's going to really feel. I'll go back, make out for a little bit more, pull back and say, that's it, stop it, that's what you get. That builds tension because she's now looking forward to something. If you just make out for 10 minutes, like she's got nothing to look forward to, it just becomes boring. So I would put this maybe C, weak situational, really depends how you do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about like the last 10 years of pulling and the minimal amount of like kissing or making out that I did, which is like close to, I could count it on my hands. But I remember in Vegas, I would watch I would watch, guys making out with girls for like fucking an hour, 30 minutes, an hour, even longer sometimes. And I would just wait and watch them because I knew it was going to die out. And I remember the last time in Vegas, I saw this. They were making out for a long time. The guy was good looking. And the girl just stopped and went, bye. And she just walked out. She left the club, and the guys were like, he's standing there like this, and the buddies were like, what happened? He's like, I don't know. She just left. And they're like confused by this, right? So I run out. I remember I had my Indian wing. I said, I'm pulling, okay? Like, fuck this. I like run out and grab the girl while she's like walking through the casino and pull her in like 2 minutes. And like he killed all the tension. They were just making out nonstop for fucking, I don't know, it had to be like 2 hours. It felt like 2 hours. It probably was an hour. Just because you make out, trust me, girls will be like, I married out with 10 guys tonight. Like, those 10 guys didn't pull. You know what I mean? Just because you made out.
Yeah, straight up. Like, the amount of guys I'll see at the club, like, she'll just be like, oh, dude, look at that. And I'm like, he's not pulling. Like, I could just tell. I'm like, that guy's not pulling. I'm like, we can watch later. And sure enough, the girl's off by herself. The guy's off. I'm like, it's just, it feels so attention seeking or validation seeking when you do it. Reverse choke. So, anytime you display, you display like physical touch, I want it not to be just this like I'm touching on the shoulder or so. Like try to display some masculinity and some dominance. So one way, and I remember I got a pull from this, like literally just this. One way to be able to do that is as I'm walking a girl through the club, or instead of like choking around the throat, I call it a reverse choke because it's just the back here. But like I will just like grab her at the back of the neck with a little bit of pressure as we walk through. So I'm like, come this way, I'll grab her and we'll start walking. Girls have this like, again, submissive like feeling of just like letting go. Someone's in charge, someone's in control. Now be really, really careful because this requires some calibration, obviously. Like you don't just want to go up to some girl and just grab her by the back of the neck and start trying to walk her around. So like you need to be able to have calibration here. But it's one of the physical touches that is able to make her feel submissive and make her feel really great. So put it up in.
100%. I mean, I don't know. I do that with my main girl as well, and I love watching the body language.
Yeah, this
I do this. Like this, I did this many times over the years, but still, the moment we're walking down the street and I just do this and guide her, it's like a switch right away. She becomes even more submissive and like super quiet and like I don't know. I love it. I just love to see the body language and that switch. I remember I overcame some objections. Like, I can't. You know, I have to go with my friend. Sorry, like goodbye. And I'm like, all right, bring it in. Where my hug at? You know, that kind of thing. And I have a video of this as well, where I just kind of grab right here, bring her in, and be like, in her ear, like, you know, it was great to see you. Like, I hate to see you walk away. We had a great time. I've overcome objections that way, where the girl's like, oh, I'm a little bit horny, and also I'm not going anywhere, you know?
Yeah. It works so well. Similar to this, like hair pulling. So when you, and maybe, I feel like pulling guys get the wrong idea. Like when I go for the makeout, or if you're going to go for the makeout, then running your hands up the back of her neck and just getting like a fistful of hair and applying like a little bit of tension. Don't like yank or pull, but just apply that tension. Again, it's that same release. It's really powerful. This is something we teach on the Rite of Passage, like our 2-week boot camp. We add in a whole sex workshop where we teach guys these techniques of like the reverse choke, how to actually choke during sex, how to do hair pulling, all these things. So this again, I don't usually just teach over like Zoom or something, but it can be, again, really, really powerful. Massage. I was going through Infield the other day. I've got a video of Swift using massage in the club. This is really powerful as well. We use massage close, so this is the way we build sexual tension once the girl's back. This is S tier. Just that escalation, because most guys just take the girl back and try to make out with her, is just fucking it. I can't express how important or how useful it is. We have so many students that are like, I can't close. They just learn this and they double their close rate just from this, like let alone objection handling, all that other stuff. Super powerful.
Bro, I remember I had one particular year, where I had 120 lays,
Mm.
and every single time I did the massage to
Oh
close.
yeah, yeah.
Every single one was a close, and every
Yeah.
single one I used the massage.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Yeah, I've probably got a 500 massage count. Yeah.
I have hundreds of lays from massage escalation.
Yeah. Dude, I've had women that obviously, like, I'm implementing the shibari, 10 to 15, all this stuff. I've had some girls that were like, the massage was just like the best thing for me. And I was like, what? I'm like, that's bizarre. Like, usually everyone is like, the shibari time. And I've had some girls that just come back and be like, I've never had a sexual experience, because the girls tend to be a bit more anxious, right? Where they're like, I was able to just relax. And I had this moment of just like letting go. I've just got a tension on my body. It was like this release. She's like, then I was able to really experience pleasure. But she's like, I've just never had that before. So it can be like really, really powerful. Building trust. So this is different from, do I have comfort in here? Please tell me I put comfort in here. Okay. Pretend comfort is in kills attraction. Okay. Building trust is different to building comfort. A lot of guys, when they're getting non-compliance, they think, oh, I need to ask her about her grandmother. I need to ask her about her life. And we need to have like a boring conversation. That's not true, right? You're probably just not having any sexual tension is the issue. But sometimes you have a lot of sexual tension, but not much trust. So maybe she thinks like, this guy's going to kick me out afterwards, or he's not really into me, or he's just wanting to fuck me. Or as Swift said, like, I don't know if I say no, if it's okay for me to leave, right? So sometimes you build that trust through storytelling, which is, hey, as we're having a threesome, whatever it is, like at any point, if any of us feel like we're not enjoying it, then we'll just stop and chill and do something else, or we can get you an Uber home, blah, blah. So building trust is S tier. It's incredibly important. A lot of time you'll naturally have it with authority, but other times you'll have to build it separately.
Yep.
Are you trying to seduce me? So again, this is one of like prize framey shit. It just like kills attraction.
Why? It makes no sense.
Yeah. Same with compliment dumping. So guys just put a girl on a pedestal. Oh my God, you're so amazing. You're so hot. Oh, blah, blah, blah. It just kills any tension. No judgment is going to be, again, incredibly important. Like if you're a type of guy that thinks a girl that sleeps with you on the first night doesn't deserve to sleep with you, then you've got yourself in a little bit of paradox, my friend. Right? Like I have some guys that are like, I want to sleep with her on the first night. And I'm like, okay. And then I notice they're being like really judgmental. And I'm like, hang on, how do you feel about this girl if she sleeps with you? I probably wouldn't want to see her again. I probably, it's like, dude,
I'm kind of like that. I'm a little bit like that, but like, I'm okay. Like I obviously you should sleep with me on the first night, or like Mark, or
like, I'm different.
There's no judgment there. You should sleep with us. You should want to, clearly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little bit more judgmental if they sleep with anyone else. You know what I mean? On the first night. That's like, what are you doing? Why are you sleeping with like me and Mark on the first night? Why other people?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more judgmental in that regard.
I understand you are. Like whatever you want her to do, you can't be judgmental of that. So if you want to have her on her knees, deep throating your cock and gagging on it and looking up at you, you can't judge her for that, right? Like, so as simple as that. I'm
so glad. This is so funny because this is like one of the very few things that my girl got. Like, she rarely like disagrees and like, like, hey, with anything that we talk about, she's like, okay, yeah, everything's all good. But when it comes to this, like, I trigger her on purpose because she's like, well, hold on a second, you're judging other women for sleeping on the first night? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, but you're sleeping on the first night and you want them to sleep with you on the first night. And I'm like, but that's different. That's me. You should sleep with me on the first night. She's like, I don't know, that just I don't know, the extra like arrogance and confidence of that just triggers them. It's like, this is hypocritical. It's like, it's a hypocritical world.
Yeah, and I think like you can compartmentalize the judgment as well. So like sometimes I meet a girl that, let's admit it, she's a she's a fucking whore. Okay, like this girl has zero software. Like she's out there, and it's like, yeah, if you just want a crazy fucking adrenaline filled fun night or some shit, sure. Like you don't have to fucking marry this girl or like have her as a fuck buddy or whatever. But like then you just clear on that. It's like, yeah, this is what I want, and it's fine. And then sure, like if you're looking for a girl to marry, then yeah, judge all you want on someone like that. But like whatever you're looking for, whatever you want in the moment, you can't judge it. Otherwise, the girl will know and it will fuck it up.
Because like historically in my rotations I've had the horror, this, that, just like a bipolar crazy. I don't know, man. Like some of the highest lake count girls in my rotation, I would never marry. I don't know. There's so much fun and they're so cool. They're like, I like their personalities. They're a good time. They're great in bed. Like all of these things. It's like I just can't marry you, and it sucks. So some of my favorite girls were like high lake count girls. It sucks. They're just not white.
The other thing I guess I want to say as well, like if you have the marriage material girl, like keep in mind she will have fantasies. She is a sexual woman, and that doesn't mean she's not a good girl. Like you can have the most fucking religious, conservative virgin your entire life, and when you ask her like, "What are your fantasies?" she might say like, I want to be spat on and slapped and like blah, blah. Like they will have some fucking extreme fantasies, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that they're bad or that they're non-actually conservative or some shit. Like just keep that in mind as well. Yeah, every single this is normal. This is human behavior.
I think it is like you should be careful if you're like, well, actually, I knew this girl and she was a good girl and
she lied to you.
Lied to you.
She lied.
Lied to you, buddy. Okay.
She knew you'd judge her and she lied.
Yep. She didn't want to tell you.
Yeah.
I remember I had one girl, she was a virgin, and I'm like, all right, well, fuck. I'm like, maybe I should ask you like what your fantasies are. Maybe you don't know. I don't know. She's like, actually, I do. She sent me, I have a screenshot. She sent me a list.
Yeah.
A list. It was like, I like to be pissed on, but not shit. I like things. I'm like, what? I like look it up, like, what the fuck is X, Y, and Z, you know? Yeah, and a list of things that she will be into once she is no longer a virgin.
Yeah, I had the same thing. Sometimes I like the dirtiest minds because I've been thinking about it for so long. And so right here, I want to fuck. Like I wanted something about like just guys that are confident, but just a little bit too, let's say, not smooth. So there might be some guys that are really confident. They get a bit drunk and they have a girl. They're like, oh, I'm going to fuck you. And there's just nothing sexy about that or authoritative about that. It doesn't sound like you're very experienced. It just sounds like you're eager. So like, it's good to be direct. It's good to be confident. But if you're just going to use lazy language or sound like you don't have much experience, or you're just going to come in 2 minutes, then it's going to kill attraction.
That's how I pulled the girls, one of the girls in Budapest, in like 30 seconds. Just grabbed her by the wrist. I brought her in, and she said, "I'm from Warsaw." I'm like, "I'm from fucking Warsaw too. I'm gonna fuck you right now, okay?" Like, I'm gonna fuck you, and she's like, "Okay, but what about my friend?" I'm like, he's gonna fuck your friend. Just standing there like watching.
Okay.
Hey, you wanna fuck her? Yeah. Okay, let's go, guys. You know.
Lingering touch. This is another one that I noticed. Like guys will they'll put their arm around a girl and then it'll just sit there for like 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, and it's just sitting there. And it's like, again, you want a dynamic, like back and forth a little bit, escalating it up, building it up, sitting it around like the 80% tension. And if you just do this, it feels like it's linked. Yeah, easy. Yeah. Because it feels desperate too. Like, don't leave anywhere. I just want, so try to avoid any type of lingering touch. You want to have a little bit of a flow. Oh, not like other guys. We mentioned this before. So, when the girl's like, I'm not going home with you tonight. He's like, yeah, I'm not like other guys. I want to wait. And I'm killing attraction. Okay. It's showing that you don't actually understand what this girl wants.
I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, I'm a nice guy. I'm waiting for...
So funny. He fucking hates it. Waiting for certainty?
Yeah, waiting for certainty. So this is, I'm not going to use any of these techniques until I'm 100% sure this girl is going to say yes. And the issue with that is either you just wait too long and it's friend zoned, which is a big issue, or the girl can kind of notice that, okay, she's into you, but you're waiting so much, she feels like she has to start leading a little bit. That also kills attraction. So you don't need to wait until you're certain any of these things are going to work. You test, right? You do a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. And even if we take like make out, for example, which again, like you need to do this well, you don't have to sit there and be like, should I make out with her right now? This is a big thing. And like you see this in the movies where it builds up to this moment of like, will I do it or fuck that? Like have little steps. So you can start by moving towards conversations around relationships. You can start by, being a little bit more disagreeable. You can start by holding more eye contact. You can move a little bit. You can say like, hey, stop looking at my lips. You can now start looking at her lips and get a bit closer. You can move her hair out of it. Like there should be little tiny steps that the moment maybe you got to move her hair out of the way, she kind of pulls back a little bit. Cool. Now we hold and don't go for the makeout right now. So don't need to wait for so many little steps that are important. Mystery. So again, the opposite of like being very needy or direct or giving a bunch of compliments. Yeah. Do you want to say anything on that?
Mystery or being mysterious?
Yeah, as in, 100%. Like leaving the maybe that you spoke about. Like maybe I'll give this to you.
And also not telling you anything about yourself except for the little information that's necessary to move the interaction forward or to build value and attraction. I don't say anything about myself, really. Oh shit! I don't talk about my past and my history and this and that. I don't dive deep into every aspect of who I am in my life. I really don't. I completely ignore all that shit. I'll talk about the things that I need to talk about in order to build my value just enough or build spark attraction. But everything else is a mystery. Who I am. It's just a complete fucking mystery. And what I've noticed is I can have a girl for 2-3 years and they still don't know shit about me and they're still not asking. I don't know. It's guys think that the girl needs to know everything about you. Everything. They need to hear your story and your favorite colors and this and that, know your traumas. You don't need to. Like I don't know about you, but like, I don't know. Girls don't they don't ask me. This quite like it could be 4 years in, they don't ask. I
think like they need to earn it in a way, right?
To earn it, but I think they like the mystery. And plus, like if you're with a girl 4 or 5 years, like you're in a relationship, these things will start to pop out, and they're going to start learning little things about you over time. And I think it's better that way because you could be 5-6 years in and she learned about this or that from your childhood or something. She's like, wow, that was really interesting. I didn't know. Like my girl was like, I didn't know you were in a gang growing up. I'm like, yeah, it was tough. It was back in the day. It was a Mexican gang, and like she didn't know that about me. She didn't know about a lot of things, but these things pop up a little bit, and like that's interesting. If I told her everything in the first week, on the first like 3 dates, it's like I know who this guy is already. Like I already know him. I want some mystery.
Do you know what I like to do when she finds something new out about me? I will just follow it up with, there's honestly so much you don't fucking know. And it's like, what? Tell me what? And it's like, honestly, there's so much you don't fucking know still.
That's so funny because
it's exciting.
There's like topics. She's like, well, I didn't know that about you in X, Y, and Z topic. And I go, oh, there's a lot more stories. There's a lot more. And even though there's like, oh, fuck, I'm thinking like there's really nothing. Like, everything at this point. I'm so like, oh my God, that's only 5%.
Right. It came up last week where we had some like weed gummies, so I just got high, and then I threw on like this channel that I was watching on YouTube. It was just like, shit you watch when you're high. And she's like, I never knew you watch stuff like this. And I'm like, yeah, I like watching when I'm high. Like I've got a whole catalog of channels that I watch when I'm high. She's like, what? Which one? And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can share that with you. That's pretty personal. She's like, what? Tell me. And I'm like, maybe I'll let you know. And just like doing shit like that. Yeah, it keeps it exciting, right? Keeps the mystery.
I showed you, I would feel a little bit too vulnerable. So
yeah. I can't even remember what the channel was. I think I was watching like whale documentaries or something. I don't know. It was like,
our thing. You watched it. That's what we do.
Yeah, that's our thing. Yeah, I shared it with her. I'm sorry. All right, direct and confident. I mean, yeah, this is obviously very important. Focus routine. Oh, dude. Okay, I really like this. So sometimes the girls will say, like, how do you give 15 orgasms? Like, how is that even possible? How is this important? Or maybe sometimes, like, I'll use it for girls that are very much like ADHD or anxiety or in their head, because sometimes girls will say it's hard for them to come. And I will grab the girl's hand and be like, let me explain. And I'm like, look, most guys, when they have sex, and I'll just start tapping their hand. I'm like, they're just doing something like this. Like, it's just like things are happening. You're thinking, maybe you're like having a conversation. Things are happening. It's really hard to like kind of notice this or put any attention on it. When I have sex, okay, I want to get you to a point where you're able to completely let go, where you're not thinking about anything. Not about if, does he like me? What am I doing tomorrow? What? Nothing. All you're focusing on is exactly what you're feeling. And so now, even if I barely touch your skin, and the girl will now be focused completely on her hand, and I'll just graze her skin with my hand. I'm like, you felt that so much more, right? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, and I didn't even put any pressure. Imagine when I put more pressure, how much you'll feel, the sensations. And this is a really nice representation of the girl, like having a conversation with you and then getting focused out of her head and into the touch. And it's so visceral that the girl's like, I understand, I get it. And now there is like a very clear avenue as to, I can see how I'm going to have 15 orgasms. I can see how I'm going to have all the pleasure in the world. So like, again, a bit biased, but I love this routine for that.
100%. I mean, I tell them to, whatever point this is, imagine this is your clit, okay? So when I touch this, I want you to feel your clit get stimulated a little bit, okay? So, but it's great routine.
No, I love it.
I did that with the massage girl in the video, where I was massaging her feet. I was like touching her thigh, and I'm like, imagine this is your clit right now.
It's gold. Wrist lead. This I stole from you. So there's holding hands, which is like, would you say that's like weak situational? Yeah. But there's like a wrist lead, which I've seen you do, where Swift was going through the club, and he's literally just like grabbed the girl's wrist like this and just like taking it through the club, and the girl was loving it. It's just like such a dominant action. Yeah.
I do that even when I'm in the interaction, just standing there. So like the girl that the 30-second pull, the Polish girls, I was holding her wrist the entire time. I didn't even realize I was doing that. The students were like, yeah, and you were holding the wrists and holding it tight. I didn't realize that I was doing that, but I noticed that the girls will feel more submissive. Just like that switch we talked about, where you kind of grab the back of the neck. The wrist is very similar. You grab that wrist. She has no control. If you grab her hand, she has control, right? She could tighten it up. She could loosen it up. She could kind of like move her hand away. But when you have the wrist, it's like there's no control at all.
Nice.
It feels more dominant too.
Dominant commands, I'm going to put this in S. So this is things like, hey, come sit down, move. No, hey, focus, that we've said before. Come with me, let's go. If you can get a girl into a position where she's following, then again, subspace, she's able to let go, she's able to follow you, she knows you can lead, she trusts you, there's sexual authority there. It's going to be S tier. Then these are a bunch of random ones. So innuendo we've already done, make out check, whatever, sexual challenge, isolation. So leading's like important. Desire without neediness is important. I don't even know what naughty frame is, but I think these are great. I think these are, so we have chase reversal, sexual cold read, creating a ladder, the ultimate DQ that we went through, having a grounded energy, and then authority signals, so multiple orgasms, shibari, tantra, using dirty talk to get it turned on. You can use the I'm not going to as a way to soften it a little bit. Massage is a way to escalate. Building trust is a way to deal with objections. No judgment also helps with that. And then, dominant commands, focus routine.
If guys go through this live stream again and just go through the S and A tier, just write all this down and create entire routine or work on different skills on this list, S and A, especially when you explain like certain routines on here. I mean, just by doing that, they're going to elevate their fucking game. I think you gave away a little bit too much here.
Yeah, I mean, legit. Yeah, and I think something else might happen where guys we kind of touched on these big ones, is guys might think like, oh, damn, I can't give 15 orgasms, so like I don't know how to talk about that, or I don't know what tantra is. Then obviously, if you want more information about that, the easiest way is like join our mastermind. It's insane value for money. It's fucking stupid. You get a 2-week free trial. You can jump in. We have a bunch of sexual content in there that you can look at, and then we can help you developing these routines as well, and these structures. But even for now, even if you just implement some of these, it's going to improve your game by quite a lot. Something as simple as even just like the squall flyer, if you just learn that. So if you're not in the mastermind, come join us. We'll be doing our mystery method detoxification. Yeah,
there we go. Thank you.
Easy.
All right.
Oof. Big Daddy. Do we have any questions, or do we have any other, I guess, techniques you've maybe heard from other coaches that you want us to rank, or things that you guys do? Let us know.
It's got to be.
It's a quieter chat today. Everyone's cruisy.
I feel like when we do certain topics, they get super fucking shy. Like they just don't know what to say.
Yeah,
like
that's a good point.
For example, it's like they don't know anything about sex toys. They have no input here.
Yeah, they take it in the learnings. Yeah, I guess you're right. Like it's a lot easier to have like opinions on that, I guess. Like this is more of a lecture, I guess.
No, so I don't think you should judge girls for sleeping with other guys the first night. I think it's funny that you do. It just, bro. It triggers girls. It triggers my girl. It triggers you guys when I say shit like this. Because I guess it makes sense. Because for him, what I'm saying is they shouldn't sleep with him on the first night. They should sleep with me. So I guess that's an ego thing. Are you Indian, Sigma? There's got to be like a.
Listen, I think the girls can sleep with whoever they want. All right, you go do your thing, girls.
I think you need to be. I think you have to be certified in order to. Sleep
as long as you listen. If you're subscribed, then the girls can sleep with you. I will judge girls that sleep with guys that aren't subscribed to UMP. That's kind of fucked up.
You have to be in the mastermind to be certified to sleep with
girls. Oh, okay. Fair.
Can I explain? Like I don't actually judge girls, obviously, for doing that. But I don't know. Like when you see a girl and she slept with particular guys on the first night, it's like, really? I don't know. Do you ever get that feeling? Like for example, Lucario. Like I think we talked about this before. If I'm like, this girl's cool. Like I'm gonna tell her maybe I'll pull her. I don't know. And she's like, yeah, I got pulled by Lucario last night. Like 5 minutes, slept with him. I'm thinking like I don't want to sleep with you anymore. Like you know what I mean? Like kind of like lowers your value.
It's like reverse pre-selection. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
You know, if you're going up and you're like, am I going to run game on this particular girl? I'm going to like spend 30 minutes with her, and you found out she got pulled by like a low T skinny Indian guy.
Bradicus or something? Yeah.
You know, like some, I don't know. It just, you start to like kind of question whether or not you want to like pull this girl. Like what's wrong with her?
I would start to think like maybe I'm missing something here. Am I missing something? What's going on? Like
did you at least give LMR for like 3 hours?
I think I feel like that's like a reasonable judgment, right? Like the same way if a girl was to say like, oh, I do meth every night, I'd probably judge that a little bit. I would. Yeah. But I feel like girls sleeping with a guy, I don't like virgins that much. Like if girls are sleeping with dudes, like of course do your thing. But if you're sleeping with Lucario or Bradicus, I mean,
it's a fucking DLV as shit.
DLV.
If you sleep with Todd V, despite all the push pulls and fucking,
it's like every time you have sex, like a part of your energy gets taken by the other person. You know what I mean? So like,
exactly. Your DNA.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine if your girl said, "Hey, like I slept with Lucario, like raw dogged it." Like, when you have kids, this is what the science says. When you have babies with a girl, there's a percentage of his DNA is going to be in
You can have a black child. You can have a black child.
I don't like
Basically.
it. It's like you're sharing. You know,
Yeah, you basically had a child with Lucario. Basically, is what the science says. Yeah.
Yes. And maybe that DNA may latch onto your penis, and in a way,
Exactly.
Lucario is in your penis.
It will make your penis smaller, actually, and then
much smaller.
you'll go for ugly women and say it's compliance. That'll happen. You got to be careful. You gotta be careful.
Well,
This is
that's
why
we're
Swift
not-
judges.
Exactly. We're probably. Yeah, I mean, maybe we're blind and we're actually talking to a fat girl or something.
Yeah, you don't know. Yeah, gotta be careful. Gotta be really careful. All right. Thanks everyone for joining. Anything else, Swift? We have boot camps. If you're interested in boot camps, there's going to be a link below. Check that out. If you're not in the mastermind, check that out. And otherwise, next week, Swift, do you want to do the Tinder profile tier list?
Tinder profile tier list. What do you mean?
Like biggest mistakes, maybe, or some shit.
Yeah, yeah. What is next week?
We could do like photos and bio, I guess.
Let's see. It depends on when I have to travel. So I have to check because I have to travel for like 35 hours at some point in the very near future.
Jack, the pickup artist. Do you go outside wearing that hat, Swift? Oh, okay. Sorry, I need glasses. Do you guys start wearing that hat? Yeah, of course.
I go outside. I've been wearing this hat for, I don't know, 10 years.
Yeah, the amount of girls that are like, Big Daddy. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I
bro,
feel like people sleep on using hats, t-shirts as ways to
Oh, it's so good.
build value. Yeah.
Oh, so good. I remember in some boot camps, I made shirts for all of us, like Daddy, Master, Sir. What do you think happens when you walk around with Daddy, Master, Sir, ? On your shirt? Girls going to come up and do what? Hello, Sir. Hello, Daddy. It's already sexualized. You're pulling. You know what I mean? It's easy. So, like, I'll forget I'm wearing the hat. I remember one time I walked outside my apartment. I'm like, I'm stretching, just woke up. And the girl walks by, she stops. And I'm like, yeah, do I know you? And she's like, not yet, Daddy. And I'm like,
You're like, what's happening?
who the fuck are you? Do you know me? I'm like, no, not yet, Daddy. And I'm like, oh, she called me Daddy. How does she know? You know what I mean? And I realized, Daddy.
It's gold. Yeah. It's awful. My favorite was I actually used to wear salsa instructor on my t-shirt when I'd go to a Tuesday night salsa night at one of the clubs, and the amount of South American girls that would come, salsa instructor, they were like so excited. They're like, can you teach me? And I'm like, my ankle's a bit sore. They'd like, I pulled a girl once. And I forgot to ever correct her. Like I like this is how the conversation started. But I'm like, my foot sore. We, chat, blah blah, escalate, pull, close. And then it was like the next time I met up with her, she was like, I think this is back when I was nursing, and I was like, yeah, I've got work in the morning. She's like, oh, teaching, and I was like, no, not teaching. I'm like, she's like, salsa instructor. I was like, oh no, I'm like, I'm a nurse. Like, I can't dance for shit. But, yeah, I told her. I was like, I can't fucking dance. I was like, nah. But yeah, it was just, shirts, hats, and shit. It's just such a slept-on way to at least get openness happening or build attraction. Guys are sleeping on it. All right, we'll catch you guys next week.
Yeah. Maybe.